We started a thing called the Alpha Course online last Wednesday. Alpha Course is an opportunity for anyone that wants to explore life's big questions, find out a bit more about what Christians believe. Plenty of space for discussion, plenty of space to disagree and debate. But it's a really good course. It's got a weekly thing that lasts a good few weeks. We're going to be doing it all on Zoom. The information's on our Facebook page. I'm fascinated in the Bible where you get people who just get a glimpse of who God might be, of who Jesus says he might be, and can't get it out their heads, who have this, something stirs inside them, that their hearts just become really intrigued by who Jesus might be, that if he is really who everyone says he is, then that changes everything. I remember a friend of mine who lives in Aberdeen, who was involved in a thing called street pastors. So street pastors go out to city centres. They do it up in Aberdeen, just as the clubs are coming out. So while everyone's maybe just a little bit tipsy, they give people flip-flops to girls that aren't wearing their shoes, kind of make sure they're looked after, make sure people get in taxis, maybe take some flasks of hot drinks, look after people who are a bit worse for wear, and just expressing a bit of God's love to people. My friend was telling me they were helping someone, and kind of got them all sorted, and the person walked away and took a few steps and then came back and was like, right, I know you guys are Christians, tell me what it's all about. So my friend just explained some of the basics of what we believe. And at the end the person said, but if that's true, that changes everything. If that's true, that changes everything. Probably the most famous verse in the Bible is John 3:16. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll know Austin 3:16, but Jesus had 3:16 first. So John is one of four guys, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, who record the story of Jesus. And John records this story of one of the rabbis who was part of the Jewish ruling council, and he'd heard about Jesus. And John describes the story of Nicodemus coming at night time, coming under cover of darkness. That he didn't come during the day when everyone could see him coming, but he came when he knew it would be a bit secretive, people wouldn't necessarily see him, but he kind of crept through the city streets. There were no street lights back then, so he would have probably carried in the shadows at the edges and made his way to the place where Jesus was staying. And he has this big conversation with Jesus and says, so what are you all about? Tell me, I've heard all these rumours. I know all the prophecies that our people have had about a Messiah coming, a great king who would come. And people are saying that's you, but tell me what you're all about. And John records Jesus saying these words. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. Now they're tough words to hear sometimes, but there's an invitation here that out of God's love he came. Out of God's love he offers us eternal life. If you don't know God yet, if God's not part of your life, if you want him to be part of it, it's a really simple thing. It's a free gift, but we have to accept it. So if you want God in your life, if you're wondering what this is all about, then come join us on the Alpha Course on Wednesdays on Zoom. Details are on the Rock Community Church Facebook and the Phoenix's Facebook page. But you don't need to come on that. You can simply, just in your house, say, God, I know my life's not perfect. God, I know my life isn't up to the standard you call people to, but I know that you have done it for me, that you have gone to the cross, that my sins can be forgiven because you love us, and I want you in my life. I recognise that you are the great King, that you are God himself, and I want you in my life. So I'm sorry for the things I've done, I'm sorry for the mistakes I've made, but I want to follow you. And it's that simple.